Hey everyone, welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 version 7. This is your broadcaster phaeron once again, and today's matchup is going to be a 1 versus 1 on the map Fords of Isen. Now you all might recognize this in a minute here, as this is something we've already seen similar on our channel, though with different people. So spawning in the northwest, in the red is going to be Ab3r as the Isengard. The Isengard. Oh wait, there's two Isengards. It's going to be a second Isengard in the southeast as Dogi as the orange. Now once again, this is a kind of similar to the first game we ever played. It was a 1v1 on this map. It was between Souls and DJ Premier, a 1v1. It was a Isen so if you all want to check that out, I will have that at the end screen, as well as I think I might link it down below. But here you can see Dogi is going for that clan stunning start, trying to get the early harass on his opponent, the advantage over there. Ab3r, however, going for an RotWK start, opting for that more safe, standard start. Not going to try anything super ambitious to start with. I am also, as you can tell from the fact that you can see the whole base in one screen, I am using that zoomed out file, as I did use it in my last one before this one. I think it was 2 days ago, and I really did enjoy casting with this zoomed out file. I definitely will never be using it to play, but I did ask y'all if y'all would like it. I didn't hear any negative feedback, so I will continue to use it as I really did enjoy it. If you do have any feedback on that, I would love to hear that. So make sure you do let me know if you like this zoomed out Fords of Isen for casting. You do have, as you can see there, an RotWK battalion being purchased for Ab3r, going for a second battalion as well. So I'm now in the field for Dogi. Has his clan standing, pushing himself towards the base over here. Wants to make sure he gets that nice and close to his base, doesn't pump out into the enemy's lines, but the enemy does push in. We do have a RotWK coming up for Dogi over here as well, so he's going to be getting that the stabilization for his economy already. Actually, Dogi in the north here with a build. I'm not sure what he's doing over there, but the RotWK of Ab3r will be continuing passing, not even noticing that his opponent has the builder on the north side of the river there. We're going to do some harass. However, as Dogi is pushing across the forest in the middle here, he will meet some resistance of the RotWK of Ab3r over here. Now if these RotWK do manage to get a favorable engagement for themselves, they will easily eliminate this battalion. Even without their stances, they can win against these wildmen. Wildmen are very weak against other units. They are only really powerful against other buildings or against resource production structures, or resource structures, excuse me. I think these wildmen are going to be able to, however, outrun these RotWK for a little bit here. Maybe get this furnace over here in the backside down to good pickup for him. Do you have Ab3r actually going for that warg pit as he sees his opponent is going for those wildmen? Wants to be able to trample them quite quickly potentially, or maybe go for a warg pack. I doubt he's going to go for warg packs though. Ab3r now having some crosses in the field. The wildmen over here, Ab3r taking a lot of damage from this side with RotWK, and the crosses are going to be able to melt the rest of them. I think this furnace will be safe actually. You do have, however, Ab3r going to the north here. He's got a builder actually building it first on the north side. So both players building on the north side of the river here, very out of position. And actually, the builder of Dogi's going to see the builder of Ab3r, so Ab3r will know, Dogi will know about this furnace over here, and we'll be able to get that. However, Ab3r going to be able to take the furnace. Actually, Dogi's going to lead that one, and Ab3r's going to build another one right over there. But this furnace over here for Ab3r is looking to be in a little bit of trouble. Ab3r now pushing to the south side of the river with those RotWK. You do actually have some wildmen over here. I missed it. I did try to take on this middle furnace over here at 2/3 health, or 1/3 of its health. But the cross was over there. Actually, you can see right there, this is going to be a level 2 warg pit there. So Ab3r going to be going for those warg rats to be able to trample those, the wildmen over here. However, as you can see, Dogi is just now started producing the RotWK pikemen before Ab3r even has his first battalion of warg rats on the field. So he'd have a counter before his opponent even gets his advantage out. Ab3r now pushing his south side with these RotWK, closing in on the base of Dogi over here, trying to do some harass. However, Dogi with some units in his base could potentially counter this. I think he will actually be heading down south to deal with that. And now Dogi going to be going back across his base. He will take out the furnace, but I think both furnaces of Ab3r over here actually, as Ab3r has his, Dogi has his battalion of wildmen over there. However, another battalion of wildmen for Dogi. Now you're going to try to take this furnace, taking a little more damage, but the crosses over there are going to be able to do a lot of damage. I don't know if the warg are going to come in and do a little trample, slow them down enough. I think all these wildmen are going to be able to survive, but the crosses are going to finish melting them off. Ab3r now pushing these RotWK who are on that north side of the river, but they're going to lose this engagement as there's no way winnable for them with those crosses in the backside. You do have Ab3r still with that battalion of RotWK, as those RotWK are very tanky if they get in that shield wall and hold ground stance. Going to be able to hold off the force over here of Dogi. Dogi takes a lot of losses already, whereas Ab3r still has half his battalion, a lot of health lost on them. I think we're going to try and work on this furnace over here, which is almost level 2. Be a good pickup to do so. Dogi now with a sizable force in the middle over here, looking to go push and do some eco damage to the opponent, maybe some infrastructure damage potentially with a large enough force here. Ab3r now going to be creeping this war glare in the north side of the river, but here is Dogi potentially creep still, but I think he's not going to be too worried. Here come the war guards in the back, so I'm going to get a good trample and work them all out. Dogi now pushing over a little bit closer. The warg pack, however, putting a little bit close, advancing a little bit too close. This war glare and the wargs in the liver here are going to get a couple of strikes in here and take out a few of these crossbows. I do apologize if I do sound a little bit stuffed or I do sniffle a lot, as I am feeling a little bit sick right now, so I'm kind of dealing with that. Now, I'm still going to try and get these casts out to y'all. I hope that it doesn't sound too bad. The warg riders for Ab3r now advancing them towards home, as they do realize they are a little bit trouble. There is a good enough force here for Dogi. Dogi going to try and do some harass, actually. The warg riders going to be really unable to do much right over here. However, they're now retreating as they find they could have been used right over here to take out all these wildmen, as well as the crossbows now circling on the backside. But the warg riders have opted to go to the south side, trying to find some harass. Ab3r now advancing to the south of the river over here, but Dogi is kind of looking to maybe press forward on the south side river with some furnaces right over there of his own. Dogi actually not pushing up to the north side with some wildmen. I think to kind of scope up, make sure that opponent is not advancing to the north over there. However, Ab3r with some furnaces over there, and the warg rider could potentially easily advance over there. You do have the warg riders from Ab3r over there going to try and take out this warg rider, trying to get the creep, but they're going to get fended off by these pikes over here. Those wildmen and the pikes, I think, from Dogi were able to take out one furnace. Going to finish off this other furnace that was very low health. However, I don't think a level 2 battalion is going to get taken out, be able to get out of there. As you can see from the powers, the buffs of both of the units, there is a war chant for Ab3r being chosen, as well as a war chant for Dogi. Dogi and Ab3r both neck and neck in power points. Actually, Dogi half a power point behind, I think, over here, so there's a little bit of a edge for Ab3r there. Ab3r now doing some harassment right over there on the farm over there, and actually there was the burp right there just a second ago. Make yourself known, always has to happen. You do have some pikes moving for Dogi over. I think he might want to try and get this this war glare back down. Make sure he can steal that creep over there. Ab3r not trying to push in the north, get some harassment, but he needs to be worried. The pikes are right in the front line. Level 2 battalion of warg riders, but I think they may get out of there. But the pikes are going to force them to retreat, and I see the warg riders going to, or the wildmen are going to get found a little bit there. Going to take a little bit of units, but now Ab3r making a big push toward the base over here. Other than Dogi, Ab3r does have that that Creeping debuff on standby, as he has a power point advantage over his opponent there. I can potentially see Dogi getting another Urk pit up, potentially going for a siege works or maybe a hero, which would probably be alerts with Isengard. You really need alerts no matter what matchup or what engagement type you're going for. You really need that alert. He's one of the most versatile heroes in the game and a very useful hero for Isengard. With that cripple strike, the carnage, the leadership buff at level 5, and the pillage ability, and the ability to switch between bow mode and sword, he's just well-rounded all around. However, in this matchup, you see neither players going for these inns over here to creep the cave trolls, so it's not going to see any sort of black orcs in the field so far. I would really like to see that happen, as those black orcs are a very good addition to the army and the repertoire they have with the army. However, Dogi going to be encircling this army of Ab3r with a creeping debuff, being able to work on all these units. I think Ab3r kind of not really using his debuff, as I don't see it on the field. He did not use his debuff, so he's not really chosen to really take that engagement and stand on there. You do have now Ab3r pushing the south side, but these pikes and these crossbows are going to be able to start working on. But Ab3r has some crossbows in the north, trying to cover these pikes. These pikes are actually going to move and get taken out, I think, by this cave troll over there. But Ab3r not pushing the south side. It's actually Dogi and Ab3r now pushing with their eco and meeting each other in the middle right over here. And actually one is going to be leaded by Dogi, as Dogi realizes he will start losing these farms quite easily. And Ab3r now pushing another one. I think Dogi will take this, I think Lee will let him have this furnace that he needs to stop. Actually, you can see there is alerts on the field now for Dogi. So Dogi getting that early advantage of the hero. A second Urk pit up for Ab3r over here. 2 battalions of warg riders in the field for Ab3r as well. Does he still have that level 2 battalion of warg riders? I don't think he does. But he does have 2 battalions in the field. This furnace right here is almost level 2. This furnace is almost being level 2. Dogi, as you can see, still has all 3 of his base farms, so he does have all 3 of them all going up to level 3 in not too long from now. Lurtz and the Wildmen now pushing down, but actually with that being done, Ab3r now pushing across the river with a couple of battalions of pikes and a couple of crossbows does have that ability to maybe make some headway, but Dogi with a much sizable force here could potentially eliminate his opponent. If that Wildman debuff, the Creeping debuff doesn't go up, that will be a very good act. Will go up. War Chant going down both of these units. The War Guards in the backside and the rebuff. I think Dogi will lose engagement as he has the debuff on him, as well as he will have to deal with the War Guards in the backside. He doesn't have much in the way of crossbows. He just have Lurtz there, but I don't think it's going to be enough there. Wildmen and pikes in the north side for Dogi. We're going to be doing some harass on the farm, but look at tower going up to try and prevent some sort of any sort of harass in the north from now on. A level 2 actually farm for Ab3r over here. And a little bit of danger though with these Wildmen and pikes are going to be able to go in, just a lot of damage here, and might eventually go down. Dogi now Ab3r now pushing the south side, going to be able to start taking out some farms. Ab3r does also will win this engagement in the north actually quite convincingly, as Dogi has basically nothing on the field, while Ab3r still has his crossbows, as well as one battalion of pikes and his Uruk-hai. I do believe he still has his War Guards as well, moving around to start taking out furnaces. Might want to get this one right over here, which is almost level 2. You do have Ab3r now pushing down south side. I think he might want to find one of these level 2 furnaces and get down. He needs the equal advantage over his opponent there. Lurtz now level 2 for Dogi over here, so finally has leveled up, has that Carnage ability on stamina whenever he needs to. But these Uruk-hai in their shield wall and actually aggressive stance, they're not going to be taking as much damage, but if they were going hold ground and aggressive stance, they'd be taking up so much of this damage. They will work on all these crossbows and potentially do a lot of damage to Lurtz over here. So a level 3 battalion of Wildmen for Dogi over here, going to go down, but I think they will get this furnace right over here down. That was almost level 2, or was level 2 actually. The Lurtz of Dogi is ever going to, I think actually it's not going to be able to finish off this level 2 battalion of Uruk-hai, so they're going to be able to go home and retain good unit retention by Ab3r over there. The Uruk-hai over here for Ab3r and the Uruk pikemen are going to be able to work down these Wildmen over here and going to go for this level 2 furnace over here, almost level 3 actually. I don't know if they're going to get it down with these units right over here, but they can't really engage without losing, as these Uruk-hai are just so powerful, especially level 3. Sharko in the field for Dogi over there. Do have alerts in the field now for Ab3r as well. Ab3r now with a large force, 4 battalions across with 3 pikes. He's going to be able to push across the river over here. His opponent has really nothing in the way of resistance. Has some Wildmen queued up and some Wildmen in the field. Also has some Uruk pikemen. The level 3 actually furnace is going to go down to just this small force of just a couple of pikes, a couple of Uruk-hai, and now here comes Ab3r pushing across the river with a large force. However, he does have Dogi does have Sharko up in the north, doing some harass. Might want to get this builder down to help stunt Ab3r from producing more resource buildings, expanding to the north. Furnace now going to go down for Dogi. Dogi now aware of this massive force in front of his base. Will begin to start marshaling his forces to go counter it, but there's the War Riders for Ab3r going to be going to do some harass, find another furnace, potentially another maybe a level 2 furnace. Do you have that furnace over there that was almost level 2? It did go down, so how we're going to go down these units, they're going to get one furnace down, potentially another. Wildman going to go, I think they start counter, but the Wildman going to be no way able to counter the cavalry. This cavalry can easily trample them. You do have Ab3r and Dogi about to engage in front of the Uruk pit over there, but Ab3r not really able to really choose his engagement as he wants. He has 3 pikemen and all these crossbows as well as Lurtz. But the Lurtz of Ab3r is only level 1, with Lurtz of Dogi is level 3. At level 3, he does have that Carnage ability, so I might want to get him in front over there and get that Carnage ability on there, work down that Lurtz of Ab3r over there so we can get that advantage over here. He's going to go balls deep, switch to bow mode, activate that Carnage mode, and going to start work down the Lurtz of Ab3r, excuse me. And now Dogi advancing to the north side, going to do some more harassment, going to get 1 furnace down, maybe 2. But there's going to be the Lurtz of Dogi, or Lurtz of Ab3r going down. Dogi going to have go up to level 4 with his Lurtz, has the cripple shot now on standby. Actually, a Sharku up to level 2, almost level 3. At level 3, he will be able to provide that blood hunt leadership ability to all Warg Riders and Warg packs nearby. But Dogi is not going to be able to really capitalize on that, as he has no Warg pit up on the moment. The Warg Riders for Ab3r are going to be going in the backside. They're going to find, I think, these crossbows. Eventually, might want to just go for these Wildmen over here. Another Uruk pit going to be going up for Ab3r. It's going to be a little bit balls deep. I think actually Shark is going to go down for Dogi over there. He runs some balls deep into all these pikes for Ab3r. Ab3r actually going to be able to save this second furnace over here. Only going to lose 1 furnace on the north side. Actually, has 2 lookout towers here. I'm not sure I really agree with him putting more than 1 static defense area unit building in the area. Because he only needs 1. If he has 2 there, it really just makes it impossible for his opponent to advance at all. It's just maybe a little bit unfair. But as for that, there is a worm tongue on the field for Dogi. Dogi going for a hero killer. However, he already has his opponent now with no heroes in the field. He might not know this. Actually, crossbows are going to be creeping. Finally, this first of the Warg layers in the alcove, the one on our side of the river. Dogi's Warg layer in the alcove is going to be uncreeped. These Urkai are going to be working down actually Wormtongue over here, who is taking a lot of damage from these Urkai battalions. These Urkai battalion can get this battalion, this furnace over here down. And so actually Dogi sitting on just 2 level 2 furnaces. One it's almost level 3, so he's not really sitting, or actually three level 2 furnaces, but only one of them is almost level 3. Actually, right there, it did just level up. But Ab3r now pushing on the south side, almost going to get a builder, I think, right there. But a well hub going to go up, and Ab3r going to start stop advancing over there. You have Dogi working down this furnace right over here, which has been up for quite a while, and now going to get level 3 by those wildmen there. Ab3r now pushing from the north side with some crossbows and some pikes. As far as powers do go, you do have Ab3r with 2 5s and a 10, the Creebane, the Warchant, and the Devastation you saw being cast, 9 power points. Whereas you have Dogi with the Creebane, the Warchant, and the Devastation and 7 power points. So Ab3r with a distinct advantage of 2 power points over his opponent there. I think actually he's only a power point and a half from you can see from the cycle over here. But now it looks like with Ab3r drawing the forces of Dogi away, Ab3r is going to be pushing a big push across the river here. And actually there is, however, that level 5 alerts for Dogi with that leadership ability. You can see that buff on the units over here. However, this level 2 patrol river is going to be going down for Dogi over here. The Ward Rider is going to be taking a lot of damage. Wormtongue, using his escape ability, is at very low health. Needs to be running towards his base, but actually running away from this base. Not sure that's a good choice over there. As actually, with all these units in front of the Urk pit over here, it might potentially go down. There is 2 pikes in front to save it. But Lurch is now level 6, still has leadership. At level 8, he will get that pillage ability. There's going to be a Wildman summon for Ab3r there in the front of his base. He's going to get that first 10 power point, or second 10 power point, so that over his opponent. Going for the Warchant on those units, they're going to be easily able to work down this clan setting, which is not level 2 at all. Might want to go for this Urk pit as well, get that production down, force the opponent to really slow his production down and get that production edge over his opponent. He already has a furnace edge over his opponent, as well as the PowerPoint edge, so we really need to just top that edge with the production edge. And that Urk pit not going to go down. Might even get another furnace down. Might want to go for this level 3 furnace over here. That would be a good pickup. But I don't think he's really good at engaging over there. Now level 4 for the Sharku of Dogi over here. He was rebuilt, or recruited. You do, however, have Wormtongue level 1, almost level 2. He's barely got any health. He's going to engage these Wildmen, which are buffed. Not a good choice, I think. However, the Urkai of Dogi, Ab3r going to take out another level 2 furnace for Dogi. So he's really losing a lot of his backbone ego here. He's producing a lot of furnaces, but he's not keeping them up long enough for them to get leveled and produce that high tier resources that they need. Actually, none of these furnaces are even close to level 2 for Dogi over here. As you can see from all of them, still just being put up. Only this one level 3 furnace is for Dogi, whereas you have Ab3r sitting on a level 2 furnace, a furnace that is almost level 2, another furnace almost level 2, a level 3 furnace, a level 3 furnace, and then another furnace halfway to level 2, another level 2 furnace. He's got a huge eco advantage, as well as having also this lumber mill over there. He has a huge eco advantage. However, you have Wormtongue, Lurtz, and Sharkwa in the field for Dogi, who does have that hero advantage. However, Ab3r with a massive force in the middle, as well as the level 2 Lurtz now being recruited for Ab3r. Pushing down the middle, going to be going to stick the, I guess, the finishing touches on his masterpiece over here, as he has completely destroyed the base of Ab3r over here. Ab3r with basically no furnaces surrounding his fortress, going to be reproducing more Urk pits, but now he's going to be thinking he might lose his first Urk pit there, as well as level 3 farm. You do actually have a hero on the field for Ab3r over there. He has Sarman in the field. He has been sitting on so much cash for so much time with such an eco advantage. Now 3 Urk pits for Ab3r over here. None of them level 2 though. I'd love to see some Berserkers come in. Maybe a Siege Works, but actually it's going to be Ab3r pushing and taking that Urk down. That second Urk pit that was being produced by Ab3r is going to be destroyed. He's going to go for that, or canceling, and go for one farther on the other side of this fortress. There's going to be that level 3 Urk pit going to go down. However, it alerts of Ab3r going to be pinned, and the Wormtongue now going to start working on those units. And the Lurtz of Dogi going to go tomato moving and trying to work on these units, but these pikes are going to just prevent them getting too close to Lurtz of Ab3r over here. Sarman just now starting to engage. He's been sitting there for a while. There's going to be the, I think, the excavation upgrade going on the fortress of Ab3r. So I think he might be going for those upgrades. I believe that is what it is the advantage of. However, Wormtongue and Shark are going to be able to take down the alerts of Ab3r over there in the backside, as even the alerts of Dogi was unable to. But Dogi's alerts into hold ground stance this whole time, not able to run away fast enough, as he has got that speed debuff from being in held ground stance. He really need to put on an aggressive stance, micro his changes so we can get his alerts out of there fast enough. And now Fireman and this force of Ab3r going to be pushing and creeping that last and final war glare in the alcove of Dogi. out of the river on Dogi's side of the base, or the map, excuse me. Level 3 for Wormtongue over here does have that Venomous Words debuff ability. You might want to use this on this large army, but needs to be careful he doesn't lose the entire Ab3r to this, or excuse me, Wormtongue to this large force. Ab3r now with another sizable force pushing down the south side with some pikes to protect these units. Ab3r now expanding towards the economy of Dogi over here. This is his baseline economy now on the south side. These furnaces now getting a little bit of experience on them. However, these furnaces for Ab3r very close to level 3. 2 level 3 furnaces now. There's some more lumber mills going up everywhere, and it's just got a huge advantage. Actually, Sharku now on the run. Ab3r going to be trying to engage with the Wormtongue and the Urkai of Dogi over here in the backside, but Saruman easily going to be able to deal with them, I think. Dogi going to be trying to hold off this base longer so we can get production back up. The Ab3r now making a good push with the Warguards and the crossbows in the pikemen down the middle. Going to get a good trample, take out all those pikes, or excuse me, those crossbows are taking a good trample from behind, getting the flanking trample damage. Saruman going to go up to almost level 3 off of the Wizard Blast on those pikes and Urkai. And Dogi, I think, going to actually quit out as he is defeated. He has lost his advantage, and he will not have any chance now. His opponent has a huge advantage over him with power points, economy, heroes, production. Everything has been tipped in the scales for Ab3r, and Dogi will realize he has no chance. So great game, well played to both players. I really feel like Dogi had a great start there. I feel like he might have needed to produce some Urkai more instead of his Urk pikemen or crossbows, so he could get those tanky units to protect the Warg tramples or the Warguard tramples and make his opponent waste time with those Warguard tramples. But great game, well played to both players. I hope you enjoyed this cast. If y'all did, I hope y'all will leave a like. If you want to let me know what you think of this cast, or if you have any of the games you want to see, let me know in the comments down below. If you like the, again, if you like that zoomed out file for the Forts of Isen, let me know. I intend to continue to use it, as I really do like being able to see more of the map. I don't have to be very tight and cramped in. So I really do like it, and I will continue to use it. If you don't appreciate it, or if you do appreciate it, let me know in the comments down below. I really would like to know y'all's input on this. If you're already watching and you're not subscribed, I would really appreciate if you did, because it really does help the channel. I'm looking to set up something for my 100 subscribers special, as I've already reached 50 subscribers, and I already did a special for that. If you'll want to watch that, I believe it is my channel trailer, or the featured video on my channel, so you can go watch that. And also, if y'all did enjoy this Isen3r, if you want to see the Isen3r, I will have the link now in the end of the video for that, as well as the link down below in the description. Will warn you, it is before I did have a new microphone, so my microphone might be a little bit tinny, might not sound the greatest, but it was a great game, and it was really fun to cast, and I really enjoyed it. It was my first cast also, so bear with me. I have gone a long way, I think, since I started casting. As I can see, just from what I can see, I think I have. I hope y'all enjoyed once again, and I will see y'all tomorrow with another 1v1 or 2v2.